everybody. Great evening to each and every one of you. We are live. We're going to give it a few moments. Welcome to Testinonial today. All right, where we are sharing story after story every single day. We want to say great evening to every one of you. My name is Tia McCray, and I am super excited because I have some amazing guests with me on tonight. You're going to want to tell everybody, you're going to want to tag, you are going to want to share this live because this incredible couple has a powerful story that I know without a shadow of a doubt will change your life and somebody else's life. So go ahead and take the time to tag, take the time to share, tell somebody that it's time for Testimony on Tuesday. We're going to get started in about 6 minutes. So go ahead, everybody. Welcome. All right, everybody. Great evening. Happy Tuesday. You see, I have some beautiful faces on the other side of the screen. They are here. I'm not going to steal their shine. They're going to tell you their story. They are chiming in from the East Coast. So from the West Coast to the East Coast, we are live everywhere in between and all around the world. So go ahead and take the time to tell somebody. And we are going to get this party started. All right. So great evening to each and every one of you that are out there. We want to say welcome to each and every one of you and thank you for tuning in to another Testimonial Tuesday. My name is Pam McCray again, and I just want to say that I am always excited to have phenomenal guests like I have none other than James and Natasha King on the other side of the screen with me. The Kings are here, and I want you to know that they have a powerful story that they are going to share. And so I am not introduce them. I want them to take the time to tell everybody out there a little bit about themselves, who they are, where they are chiming in from tonight. And so, James and Natasha, the floor is yours.
Always grateful to just to be in a space with great people. Thank you so much, Ms. McCray, just for everything that you do. We are so grateful for that. And thank you for having us today. James and Natasha King, live out of Jackson, Mississippi, a small, big state that we're in. And we've been here all of our lives and just grateful just to be in a space and a time as this to be here in our state. We've been married today for 4,396 days today. For those of you still trying to count, that's 12 years. We've been married 12. We're married 12 years, and we always say that we are partners in marriage and partners in business. Everything about us started with friendship. So that's our main focus every day to see how can we grow better as friends. And I'm always excited to sit beside Natasha and just work in partnership with her.
Absolutely. We thank you again. This is a tremendous honor because we have watched you all for years and just gleaned so much wisdom from you all and the consistency that you all put out in partnership, not just in marriage, but in business and as leaders, and the integrity that you all have maintained throughout the years has just been so drawing. And we're grateful for that. So thank you all for being those pillars in our industry, not just in our industry, but as a kingdom couple. And that speaks volumes. And you all have definitely been one of those that we have just had our eyes on. So this is just a blessed moment to be on here today. But we're grateful. This is something that we talk about often, just partnership in marriage and partnership in business. And to come into a space where we're talking about partnership marketing has been, I don't even know what to describe it as. I can't say a full circle moment, but that's really what it feels like. Is one of those things where we say, your joy has been made complete, and it really has. It's been 12 years, and we're so grateful to be here.
Well, we can't forget about our best business partner.
Our best business partner, which is none other than our genius gentleman, TJ. He is a huge asset to what we do every single day. And I can't even say an asset. He is our why. Wow. And he is a joy. He is an absolute joy.
Yeah. I love it. Just listening to you two and talking about partnership, marriage, and then of course TJ, that icing on the cake, and just the three of you out there getting done what God has truly called you to do. Because Nate and I, we represent that in so many couples around the world, who really believe in marriage and partnership. And then just like you said, you now have a company. It's just complete and total alignment. And that's how Nate and I felt too when we heard about this company, right? Who would have known that a company by the name of Partner Co., right? Which was a little weird. Would offer such an incredible opportunity. Yes, that really aligns with our vision of really moving forward and doing what God has called us to do. And so I can definitely feel you. And I just feel like this has been a long time coming. Yes. Because we have known each other for years from afar, right? Yeah. From afar. And I can tell you, it's nothing like God just bringing things full circle to where we are on a platform together, and I am truly honored to have the both of you on here to share your incredible story. And I got an opportunity to meet TJ, give him that hug, and of course you two too.
Absolutely, we get it.
We understand, yeah.
Thankful for this journey of us being on here together. So thanks for sharing that. So you know what? Let's get into, because we want to know. Because I know that you guys have been pretty much, I like to say, because you remind me of Nate and I. We've been like serial entrepreneurs, right? And it's been the industry of network marketing that has really connected us to really believing and dreaming big, and to going forward and moving towards our dreams. So let's talk about where were the two of you like prior to what was going on prior to you saying yes to our company, and what really made you make a decision to move forward and grabbing a hold of the Tahitian Noni and some of our other products that we're going to talk about as we are really changing the game when it comes time to health.
Absolutely. I'm just say we can honestly say for the past almost 10 years, 10, 11 years, we've been in the space of network marketing, and we've learned so much. The self-development has been one of our greatest takeaways, because it has taken us to a whole new mindset when it comes down to partnership and leadership, and now health. So before Partner Co., we were kind of floating. We was trying to see, where do we fit in? How can we be our best selves? Where can we serve? Because anything that we do, we're not really looking 100% of what we can get, but what can we give? So God, where are you leading us now? Where are you leading us now? And to be honest with you, when it comes down to health and wellness, I was looking for something that can bless my wife. For the past 10 years, since she got pregnant with our son, she was dealing with inflammation in her ankles and in her feet. And this how bad it was. This is how I knew I needed to look for something. I'm talking about a woman who was buying new shoes every Tuesday.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
New shoes every Tuesday?
Buying new shoes every Tuesday to turn around and give away 100 pair of shoes because she could no longer fit them comfortably. And we had to find some shoes that were comfortable. I'm not talking about somebody who was wearing heels as a teacher, standing up every day, did not want to wear tennis shoes, to now giving them away. And I was like, something has to give.
Right. So wait a minute. So, and I see you laughing now, Natasha, but as I'm listening to this, y'all are funny. As I'm listening to this, like seriously, like how did that make you feel? Because that had to really affect you. Being this woman who, because I've seen you over the years, like, looking fly in those heels, and now all of a sudden life
Mm.
shifts. We'll talk about that on, how that happened, but life
Mhm.
shifts and you no longer put these heels on. And because there's some women out there that's battling with that, and I can relate. And I'm not dealing with the inflammation, but when I put heels on, like my feet hurt. But now you're having to live this life,
Mhm.
right? So how did that make you feel?
I remember taking a picture at one point when my feet were just swollen. I had on, and this is not to knock anybody, there were some flat shoes. Flats just were not my thing. And
Yeah, I understand.
I had a pair of flat shoes on. And I don't even know, that I may have had them when I was expecting with TJ, and they were just kind of one of those things that was still in the closet. And I remember looking down at my feet and I said, this is not what I see. And it was something that I knew that didn't represent me. I couldn't figure it out. The doctors were a little baffled because I had done the Doppler exams, I had done the MRIs, I had done the fluid peels and things like that. And so nothing was really saying as an indicator that, hey, this is what's going on. And so I'm always an upbeat and spirited person. I would think, okay, this too will pass. So I made the adjustments. You find the shoes that work for you that won't trigger more inflammation, and then you get into taking a look at, okay, what things can I do? I need to take accountability. What in my diet is causing this to be the way that it is? So I started looking at things that what I could do personally to help. And so we really just started a pattern or a lifestyle per se to look for things that would rectify the issue.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
taken time and we've learned a lot, but we are here now in a place where we have something that's consistent.
Right, right. No, absolutely. So James, I can hear your heart because you're seeing your wife going through this. And so you literally set out on this journey to find something to help her. Right. So
Absolutely.
go ahead. Yes, I want you to go ahead and continue. Thank you, Natasha.
And absolutely. And for me to see this, for me to watch my wife, we go to the store and I said, "You want to try on, find some shoes today?" She's like, "No, I'm good," because even if she thought about trying on shoes, she couldn't because she couldn't get the shoe over her foot. And I saw the frustration when it happened. But like I said, she's always joyful. She always adjusts quickly.
Yeah.
But just me seeing that, like I can't help my wife in this moment. Like what can I do to help? And that went on for 10 years. But in those 10 years, we weren't just sitting around waiting.
Right.
We adjusted our meals, we adjusted products and supplements we were taking from several different places, but nothing was really working. And so that keeps you motivated to keep going.
Right.
Nothing really stops us from trying, because once we understand, we know God has prepared something to help my wife. We just have to put in the action to find it. We just have to keep the hope up, to keep the belief in check.
Right.
That's why that self-development came in play, because we needed it. Because I'm watching this, and it wasn't like we was in a hopeless situation, but still seeing that not only was it swole, but it was uncomfortable
Right.
for her. And
I'm sure.
yeah, just to go through that process. We thought we had found something at one time in another company, but it was just good for our bodies, but it wasn't helping the issue. And we gave it time. We gave it a year to help, and it really didn't help the issue. We did the detox teas, and it didn't help the issue. We did other products, and it didn't help the issue. We did a water fast. It helped the issue.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the only thing
Yeah.
that's the
that
only thing
helped.
that now you guys share with me this water fast, right? And I love that you're talking about how you tried a lot of different things because you both automatically knew that you had to change your lifestyle. And a lot of times
Yes.
Mhm.
people
Absolutely.
realize that they need to change their lifestyle. They're looking for the answer, But lifestyle changes will really bring about the different results that we're looking for. But many times, because we live in a microwave society, we just want it now, and
Yeah.
we want the results, but we really don't want to realize that it has to start from the inside to the outside, right? So now you were telling me about this water fast, and I'm gonna tell you, I want y'all to tell everybody what y'all did, because when you mentioned this to me, I've heard people fasting, and I know that fasting is powerful. You know, it
Yeah.
helps your cells, it's gonna boost your metabolism, help with fat loss. It does a lot of different things. But you guys went above and beyond with this fast. Tell everybody a little bit about this fast that y'all embarked upon and what it was able to do.
Absolutely. So the the fast was really a preparation. It was based off of our belief. Again, this is probably nothing that we would have thought of ourselves. We we were led to really study for an entire month to prepare our minds and our bodies for fasting for 40 days with just water, herbal tea.
Yeah, she said 40 days.
40
Y'all heard that correctly.
Clarify that, y'all. For
Yeah,
those of
Yeah.
y'all,
40.
right? But for the people that's listening, they got their problem with that HTM, as my husband always says, that hand to mouth. This incredible couple, they fasted for 40 days. And so I said, wait a minute. When I heard that, I said, what? Wait a minute. You just had water for 40 days? And they elaborated, but I can't even imagine it.
Yeah, the water was our consistent meal. The herbal tea was our fine dining. That a little bit of cranberry apple juice was our dessert from time to time. You know,
and oddly, this is something funny. During the time when we would fast, we did this starting in November, and it ended right around the 1st of January. Well, January 7th, somewhere in there. And you can just imagine this is the holidays, right? And oddly enough, we would watch Food Network in past
Day 42,
right.
baby.
And we were still cooking. We were still making sure that our son was fed. We were still cooking for our parents. I don't think at the time one of my parents had surgery, so I don't think this overlapped then. But we live in the South, and food is like culinary art. It's hospitality. It's conversation. It's fellowship. But we were right. Right. So and I have I can cook card, right? I was raised with a cast iron skillet and all that stuff, right? So it was such a beautiful process to see how amazing our bodies are. Oh my goodness. But it was a faith walk because we were really preparing for 2020. We knew that God was going to do something different in our lives. And this was something that was given to us. And so we started preparing. And the results of that, we can spend all day talking about the physical changes that your body goes through and how you really have so much energy the second week. Like your energy is crazy the second week, but towards the latter part, you need to kind of reserve your energy, right?
No working out, can't work out, can't do a whole lot of extra stuff we couldn't do because we just didn't have the energy for it.
And so
I can imagine you would almost probably pass out if you try to exert your body just drinking water, right?
And then this was during a colder month. We don't get too cold in Mississippi. Well, we don't have winters. I'll just say that. But your body is more sensitive to the temperature around you. So we learned all of these things. And as James was sharing with you earlier, the headaches and things like that you may encounter because your body is naturally detoxing yourself. So we just flushed with water. Water helped relieve a lot of the maybe nausea that you may experience or headaches, things like that. But after a while, all of that tapers off and you're really good.
That's when
There's
your body
some other things.
detoxing all that stored up fat that's in your bodies. And as you're drinking the water, your body is just getting rid of it.
Yes.
Seamlessly. And it's no hesitation. So even people who are dealing with IBS and things like that, doing that fast, it's going to correct. It's really taking your body back to a reset mode.
Yeah.
Because once it was over, we didn't know what sugar tastes like. We didn't know what salt. We didn't know what anything tastes like. And you have to eat day 41 or your body would start eating itself. So you have to eat, but when you go back to eating, it's certain things that you have to reintroduce your body
Yeah.
back
You
to.
have to go through a refeeding process.
So coming out of this process, a wife who was dealing with inflammation, it has stopped for a second. A wife who was dealing with 20 years seafood peanut allergies was completely gone.
Wow.
And of course, our bodies were so small,
Yeah.
um, that we had to, start building it back up, but we could do it the right way. Imagine being able to restart your fitness,
Mhm.
start
Wow.
from scratch. And so that was us. And a year after the entire 2019, so many great things happened. Not
Yeah.
only when you first met us, you met James and Natasha Roach.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But
I know.
now on this live, it's James and Natasha King,
Yeah.
because throughout that transition of the year, God prepared us in 2019. I think it was this spring of 2019, God changed our last name.
Mhm.
So in the midst
I,
of that,
Yeah.
I remember seeing the change. I wasn't really sure how it changed, but
yeah,
It
but
happened. Yeah.
it changed. Yeah. Wow. Go
And it's
ahead.
okay. We tell people it's okay to be nosy. We're open. We don't mind. It's not something that we just broadcast or anything, but we're open and we share. And this is a part of our life's journey. The 40-day. This was something we didn't tell you. That 40-day fast. We believe it was for us because in 2021 we did it again, but it was really for other people.
Right.
We had a team of people that we were working with, and we initially started and they were so collective and they had such a buy-in. It was eliminating bread, and then it was eliminating sugar. We at a week's time, and as James and I looked at it, we said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. So we went ahead and followed through with another 40-day fast. We were more knowledgeable this time. Even in the refeeding process, it was completely different. Um, because we knew what to expect and what we experienced previously. So we've actually gone through the process twice. It's just that first time we believe it was for us.
Right.
And the second time that we did it, it was really focused on what can we do for other people. The prayers and things we were believing for was for other people. And so many wonderful things have come out of that. We're still receiving blessings from the obedience in doing that.
yeah,
It was something that allowed us to become closer together. And I tell people all the time, there's scientific proof couples that do things together are healthier. And so this was something that we got a chance to do together, and it was just a blessing. It was a tremendous blessing.
Wow. No, I love it. I love it. And I think that's just great that you both just shared that, because a lot of times people don't understand the power of, because you really have to have the mindset. You have to fix your mind to be able to do that in order to really change our health, change our bodies. And it takes a true commitment. And most of the time, that's the reason why people are dealing with so many issues in their body, right? And I know in the onset, it was really all about, okay, like James said, how can I help my wife, right? So you did all of this, right? And let's fast forward, because it was all about the inflammation and you feeling better and being able to, live life like we all deserve to live, right? So
absolutely.
let's fast forward now, right? So
Yeah.
now, so now here we are, because when you did all of that, you still had the inflammation. It came back, obviously, right? It came back, right?
Yes, because I will say this. So we just got comfortable. Honestly, this was after 2020. Well, we're a first generation homeschool family, so we're accustomed to being, working from the house, doing homeschooling here, but we really just got comfortable. Hey, I no longer have peanut and seafood allergies. I don't have to be so restrictive about what I eat. And I told James the other day, we were talking to someone. I remember the first time we kind of just said forget it, and we had a catfish po' boy. It had been so long since we had bread or fried food or even fish.
That thing's so
It
Y'all
was
got
good.
real comfortable.
Right.
Man,
So the comfort came in, and that just opened the door to
compromise.
compromise
Yeah.
and lack of discipline. And one of the best lines that we've heard all week, a young lady here in our area that does amazing juicing, she said, a lot of what you're calling balance is your lack of discipline.
Mm.
And we were getting so comfortable with, hey, we'll, do a little something here with bread, we'll eat this, and not really being mindful of what it was we were eating. You were talking about that hand to mouth. We weren't really mindful of what we were eating.
Yeah.
And so the inflammation did come back because it was in so many of the foods that I was eating. The weight was coming back on, things like that. So the all of the habits that we had started before were now really being diminished because we got comfortable. And it's something that I call the weight of my paradigm, right? When we released all that weight, I gotten down really close to my goal or ideal weight. But over time, you pick it back up and you're carrying this weight of this paradigm that you carry about yourself. And so we're on an amazing journey. You said to fast forward now and to be in such an amazing
Mhm.
place, to be mindful of what you're doing, to have the discipline, have the community and accountability, but also have something that's natural that's been
Yeah.
helping. It's been a game
I think in
changer.
January of this year, we were at our heaviest. We was I know I was at like 242. Natasha was about 240 as well.
Mhm.
And we both looked at pictures from January. We was like, we got to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was like, something has to change because we look in the mirror. We still love ourselves. Don't get me wrong, but when
Right.
it's almost like when you've had something great, but then you let it go, and you want it back again, and you want to get it back again, but keep it this time.
Right.
So we started our journey then. So we started changing our diet a little bit, but we said now we don't want to just diet. We want to create a lifestyle.
Yeah.
We really
Mm.
want this to be our lifestyle. So when it
So
came
you
to
got, go ahead.
just when it came to eating, we started eating differently, and that helped a little bit. We started drinking more water. That helped a little bit, but we still hadn't found the thing yet that we really needed to give us that boost or that jump start.
Mhm.
And
Here it comes, right?
yeah,
Yes. Yep.
and May, I think not, it was April or May of
Yeah.
this year.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Dexter and Dr. Tanya introduced us to this incredible bottle here, and we just started drinking it. And we was like, we done did everything else. We just started drinking it. We didn't know what it was going to do, but we started drinking it. And after a few weeks, we was like, we're released. We look smaller.
So
And
so so
we
you
we didn't
started.
really do anything but drink.
I love it. So I love it. I love how y'all say release, right? Right.
Oh
So you
yeah.
started to drink the noni, and you started to see some of the pounds get released from your body. Because a lot of times people ask that question, does it help with weight loss? It's not a weight loss product, but it does help with weight management. And
Yes.
Mhm.
so, to everybody that's watching, ladies and gentlemen, we're now starting to really get into talking about the products that James and Natasha they found. They were on this journey of really a health journey. Like they switched to a fasted lifestyle. They began to eat healthy because they realized that, at the end of the day, when you're dealing with issues in your body, that you got to start from the inside out. So this Tahitian noni is an incredible superfood that's packed with so many nutrients, but it helps with the the inflammation that Natasha is talking about that she dealt with. It helps with regulating your sugar levels, your pressure levels. It helps with so many different things in your body. And I can tell you, as it goes in, it balances everything out.
Yes.
So it's going to target whatever is not functioning as God intended it to function, whether it's your heart, whether it's your digestive tract, whether it's your joints, right? We see joint joint health happening almost immediately where people are no longer experiencing pain from sipping on this noni. So a lot of different things, but it's backed by clinical studies. All right, medical doctors endorse it, and it's a powerful product. So I just kind of wanted to add it on that. But it is one in which everybody's story is going to vary from person to person. All right. So go ahead. I want y'all to keep talking about what Tony began to do.
Yeah, so after a few weeks of drinking, and we noticed that we were both down about 10 pounds. Um, and we saw that Natasha had measured her ankles before when we first started drinking. She was like, she's just believing that something is about to happen. And after 3 to 4 weeks, she measured again, and the excitement that she came to me with. She has a way that she called my name when she excited, but it was just like, look at my ankles. And it was because she was down 2 inches. And then the next week she measured again 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
And that's like getting her ankles back to where it was before the inflammation started. And yeah, I mean, one day last week, I just laid on her ankle in just amazement to see where she was to where she is now, and just said, God, thank you for sending us something that helped my wife. Just grateful for that. And that's the story. That's how we've been selling. I don't know if it was because of that testimony we've been sharing, but we're telling everybody, hey, it helped my wife with her inflammation. That's all we can say. Help me with my sinuses. We don't give this big elaborate story. It helped my sinuses. It helped Natasha's inflammation. And from that, we've been able to help a lot of people get this into their homes. And we are excited about that.
No, that's incredible. And almost like I sit here and I listen to you both share the story of just how her ankle went from one size down to literally in 3 weeks time to in 3 to 4 weeks to 2.5 inches down. And now, Natasha, you're no longer dealing with it, right? So
I still have, to me personally, I still have work to do because I know my weight is going to need to reduce more, right? That pressure. We tell people often, go to the store and just pick up like a 35-pound weight, or pick up however much you want to release, and try walking around the store a little bit with that, and then put it down and see how much relief you feel letting that weight go. And so I know what my goal weight is, and I know how much pressure that's putting on my joints and things like that. So I can, if just the Noni has done that consistently, imagine what else is going to happen when I continue to put it into my body, continue to release the weight, because we're doing the drops now, right? And I'm just looking forward to it. There's a picture that my son found exactly. And when he was 5 years old, it was
Uh-oh. All right. So it looks like we might have lost James and Natasha, but we are still here. Hopefully they'll be able to come back in and continue to share this story. I can tell you they have a very powerful story of really changing their lifestyle and being able to, let me just right quick, maybe removing them and bringing them back might help. Really changing their lifestyle and being able to bring about the change in their bodies. And I can tell you they have a very powerful story before and after picture that I am definitely going to share. I'm going to wait for them to come back on here because they have not even gotten into how much weight they have released and to really talk about what these products have been able to do. But I could tell you, just listening to Natasha's story of really dealing with the swelling, in her feet, and to now grab a hold of an incredible product like our Tahitian Noni that really is the game changer to being able to bring back their health, to take back their health. And it's doing so many phenomenal things for people all over the world. But we were getting into really talking about, these drops, right? And we could truly say that it is drop season because so many people are now finding out, that at the end of the day, when it comes time to health, most of the time when people are struggling in their health, it's because your hormones are out of whack. Well, I want you to know that not only do we have the answer, yes, we have the game changer when it comes time to balancing your body, balancing your hormones. These drops will do exactly that for you. And so people are taking these drops. They're going to support your metabolism. They're going to support your thyroid. They are truly going to be the game changer when it comes time to putting that body back into balance and really helping you to grab a hold of something in which not only will you begin to feel better, because as your body is being balanced, it's another product that our doctors endorse. What's going to end up happening is things will start to line back up. And that is really what the epitome of health is. It is truly about alignment, getting your body back to the state in which God intended it to function. And when you now take these two products and you put them together, right? This noni is the foundation. These drops are truly going to be the icing on the cake, because when you combine the two, what's going to happen is these are, well, they both balance your body. These are going to really focus on balancing your hormones and getting things back into check. And as you do that, looks like I have them coming back. As you do that, what's going to end up happening is, I see y'all are back. This right here is going to increase the speed, and it's going to help you get muscles. I was just telling them a little bit. I know you were getting into your story. I didn't want to bring up y'all before and after vision, but we are glad you're back. We know
Man.
technical, technology is so.
We had to switch computers.
Yeah.
This really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no, we're losing them right in the middle of this story, right? But I was like, I know you guys, I knew you would be back. All right. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Let's keep on talking. So I was just sharing a little bit. I just kind of was talking about the drops and the noni and
Okay.
us really getting into, because I shared how you guys not only have had those results, but really have not even talked about how much weight you've lost and even, how much noni you take and all that good stuff. So back to
Absolutely.
you all.
So, thank you. So the noni has helped tremendously with the inflammation consistently. That's something that I have not seen in over 10 years.
Wow.
The other thing that we've noticed is that it was helping us to release the weight. And we weren't even really exercising then. It was just, we tell people the noni will honestly give you that boost. A lot of times when people want to feel better, they just need something to help get them started. And the noni really will do that, because you'll begin to see your body feeling better. You have more energy. So that's what was taking place with us. And I was saying that for me, I know that with releasing more of the weight and getting down to healthy BMI and all of those things, that the inflammation and stuff that was once there will be a non-issue.
Right.
So is it a cure all? No, but it will do significant things along with better habits. And that's something else that we tell people. We want people, don't think that there's no product, y'all, that's going to take care of everything if you aren't doing your part with what you're eating daily,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's so important, because food is medicine, and we have to learn to do better about the things that we consume, right?
Right.
So the other thing is, you asked about how much we consume on a daily basis. Initially, I'm a rule follower, so I was like, James, it says 2 ounces a day, so we were doing 2 ounces a day, right? But over time, because it's good, but he doesn't agree. I said, James, it kind of tastes like a grape now later to me. He's like, nah, I don't get that. But
No, not quite a great now and later.
maybe I'm just a little different.
I ain't got that either. So.
Well, James and our son TJ, they say, Mom, you're just different anyway. You don't do sweets and salty anyway. But nonetheless, we do 2 to 4 ounces a day.
Yeah.
2 to 4 ounces a day is really what has become a part of our consistent regimen. When I get up in the morning, it's the first thing that I put in my system. I drink a bottle of water along with it. Um, we also do probiotics, make sure that, because my system is just what it is. But the noni has, oh my goodness, that's probably something else that we didn't share. It has helped my digestive system so much, and I'm grateful for that. And I get the noni in my system, water, make sure you're hydrated, y'all. And I go out and I walk. Today is day 60. two of me walking every single day. So
Wow.
not only have we been, consuming the products on a regular basis, eating well, it's really become lifestyle changes. Once you make a decision, it's not so much the results that we're excited about, it's the fact that we committed to the decision. Our son said something when he was a little bitty boy. He was playing with his Hot Wheels and stuff, and he looked up at me. He said, "Mommy, you know something? When I complete things, it gives me more confidence."
Oh, wow.
And for him to say that as a little child, it
Yeah.
just made me remember how powerful consistency is, how important persistence is, because it does boost your confidence and it encourages other people to do the same thing. So, what we've been doing in terms of holding each other accountable, even yesterday on our date day, we usually find a pastry or a coffee shop and
Mhm.
we'll get coffee and we'll find a cute little pastry to enjoy, right? That was what we were calling our balance, our fun thing. And before we left, he said, "No pastry today." And I said, "Okay," because it was macaroons. The little cute little round macaroons.
Yeah,
And so
yes.
I love those. And so he was like,
Not this
"No
time.
pastries today." I said, "Okay,
Today.
well
I
noted." Yeah.
Wow. No, I absolutely love it. That's just phenomenal. Go ahead, James. I know you were going to say something.
Yeah, with me doing the 2 to 4 ounces a day, it just helped my sinuses. So anybody that's dealing with sinuses, the noni and the banali. First with the banali, I was doing, like I said, just reading the back of the bottle. We was doing just two a day, and that alone, paired with the noni, it blessed my sinuses. I went from taking sinus medicine 2 to 4 times a week this time last year to nothing. I even coming back from somewhere. I think when we came back from Texas, something was happening in Texas. When we came back from Texas, a little cold tried to come up. So you get to the point where you attempted to still go to familiar. Familiar was NyQuil or all that other stuff, but it didn't work. It didn't do anything. But I just kept drinking the noni, and it just felt the difference over time. Noni, the Benali came in, and then eventually we got the Moa. So just flooding our system with these natural products. And after a few days, I was good, versus doing those over the counter medicines. It'll make it linger. It seemed like the sickness lasted longer.
Mm,
Taking those
wow.
medicines
Yeah,
to
you're
doing
right.
the natural stuff, it helped within a few days. So just excited about where we are. It's been 5 months now,
You
and
know, I just want to say this because what you just said too, even with you almost getting a cold when you went to Texas, and a lot of people we're laughing, but we didn't even talk about the Texas. We were having a conversation, and James was sharing his story.
yeah,
And one time he went to Texas and he got a rash, right? He got a rash on his arms, and he was just saying how topically he sprayed it on there. And so now he just told me another story I didn't even hear about with this cold. But it's so true, James. You could talk about that too, because noni, ladies and gentlemen, can be used in a lot of different ways. It's not just to consume it, but you can put it on your body, on your skin, on your head if you have a headache. It does so many things. But I just wanted to kind of elaborate, on that because you have an incredible story of really not just, consuming it, but also using it topically, for your better health. So it's a great product. So I
absolutely.
just want to mention that whole Texas thing because we were laughing on how it's something about when you go to Texas, right?
You go to Texas, take some noni with you.
But we're not gonna put that out there. So,
No,
No,
no shade on Texas.
Texas
Texas
is
is good.
beautiful.
Yeah, Texas has
Texas is
blessed us
beautiful. Yes, indeed.
beautiful place. It just happened to happen. All right,
Yeah, this
like
just so happened.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
where I went, and that's where it happened. Yeah. But going there last year to Galveston, getting that heat rash, I do not have eczema. I do not have anything like that, but I do have my mom's skin. She's just sensitive to stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm stronger than her. Our son
had it a little bit, but I just broke out into a rash, and it got to the point where it was from my elbow on down to my wrist on both arms. And I went to the doctor last year, and they gave me some type of medicated cream and tried all the itching creams and stuff, and it seemed like it just made it worse. Just didn't help at all. So imagine itching, and it was just uncomfortable. Fast forward this year, now that lasted about 2 or 3 months consistently. So this time, this year we went to Texas. It tried to come back again. I think it was a heat rash, to be honest. But this time we noni, and we had the noni spray that we put in the bottle. We heard about Miss Pam using the noni spray in her nostrils, so we made it for that, just to spray in our nostrils while we was traveling to another state. I'm not gonna call the state's name. Yeah, but I was looking for that. But we heard that you can use it on your skin as well. So we just started spraying my skin down every night. We was there for 3 or 4 days. So we sprayed it, then came back. We saw it was better, but it was still there. So we just kept spraying, kept drinking more. Please hear that. We started drinking more noni because we had more at the house than on the trip. And it went away in a few days after the trip versus last year not having noni, and it lasted 3 months. So as you see, my skin is completely clear. I'm good to go, but it works. Also had a headache. We went to Florida, drove 10 hours. That night after the event, had a pounding headache in my eyes and my head. Natasha made me like a
compress.
A compress with noni. I slept with it on my head and over my eye. Woke up the next morning, completely gone. Natasha, when we got back from Texas,
this is all coincidental. Just
Texas.
when we got back from Texas, her jaw was swollen.
Yeah, I woke up.
You in Texas, all right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say when we got back from our trip,
Yeah,
her jaw was swollen because of a tooth that was bothering her, and went to the doctor, and the doctors were shocked because they was like, "You're not in pain?" Like, no, I'm not in pain. She had been drinking the noni. Plus, she saw in the 100 ways to use noni. Somebody sent us that you can put it on the gauze and put it inside of your mouth on the gums where the toothache is. She did that overnight, and we went to the dentist. She was in no pain. Jaw was just swollen. Eventually, she has to have the tooth pulled. We're doing that in a few weeks, but the pain and all that stuff, it took the swelling down and so much more. So the noni can be used for so many different things that we're learning.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whether it's internally or topically. And those are some incredible stories that you shared, as you traveled, all right, and the different things that happened. But it has that capability. And that's the reason why we're so excited, ladies and gentlemen, about what we're doing and James and Natasha's, their story of what what these products have been able to do for them. And we're just really getting started. So no matter what you are dealing with in your body, their foundation is this noni. We have some other phenomenal products. And, we're going to get into that before we actually close this out, their additional story, because they've shared some very powerful ones, but they still have not told us how much weight they have released, because they have. Okay. And I know everybody out there is waiting to see this before and after picture. And I was looking at y'all before and after picture, and I was like, wow, I don't remember seeing you guys look like that. Okay. Like, that's the versions of you. You still look amazing. Right? We all look amazing in our thickness.
Right.
We get it. I'm gonna use that.
There, right? But I was like, okay, when I saw these before and after pictures. So, let's talk about that, because I know that you said that for about 90 days you've done the drops so far, right? You did the drops for days?
It is 60 days the first time. It's been those pictures are like 60 days.
Okay.
And this, we just started our third round
Okay.
with the drops. So within those 60 days, on top of doing the drops, following the meal plan that they give you, increasing our water and just doing better. Still have not started working out yet. We both released about 20 pounds apiece. Natasha about 20, myself about 24.
Got
So
it.
still finding that balance. But the good thing about the drops that we've learned that even when the drops are done, it's your body is still working to release the weight. So a few of those pounds we released after the drops were gone. And this is the first time in 12 years in this health and wellness industry that we've experienced that. Because most time when you stop taking the product,
No.
your body, go back to memory.
Right.
Yeah,
Trust me, I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. And
No,
that was like, hold up.
That's different.
Yeah, cause
I mean,
when we came back from Florida, we had not had the drops, and we ate a little bit in Florida. That
we all,
travel eating, and we jumped on the scale.
Huh.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. When you do the
Yeah, it was, and we had both released a few pounds even while on the trip. Like, so
I don't mean to cut you off, and I have not posted this. I need to. I don't know why I haven't, but the 10-hour drive to Florida, getting up early the next morning, going to an all-day event, and we got back to the hotel room to go to dinner. I think we were going to dinner. I put on some shoes that I had not previously been able to wear for over a year. They were gifted to me. My aunt gave me a pair of shoes, and they had been in my closet for a year because I couldn't fit them. Here recently, I could, so I brought them on the trip. I put them on, and I was like, wait, the strap it was loose from where I had previously been wearing it. And I have been driving and traveling for over 10 hours and at an all day event. And I put these shoes on, and now they're even more loose than they were before.
wow,
And that was big. I
that
said,
is
where does that happen where you
right.
travel and
Yes.
you do not have inflammation?
No, you're absolutely right. That's powerful. That really is. So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that this couple, they are full of stories. Like for real. Like, we're running out of time, but we could be, I can see that we could be on here for a much longer just talking about your story and the different stories and what these products have been able to do for you. And I was gonna mess with you, James, but we don't have time because I keep hearing you. But this is good for the person out there that's saying, "But do I have to work out?" You said like not once but twice. Like, but I haven't even worked out. Although I heard Natasha say she's on day 63, I think, of walking, right? So
I
I was
just
getting,
started working out. I just started my workout.
I'm not gonna mess with you on that workout piece because you know they not big on the workout fitness piece. But there's somebody out there that's saying they don't want to work out. And the good thing about it is, you know what? You don't have to work out, but it's for our products to work, for these drops to work, for our products to work. You don't have to, but we do encourage movement of your body. Okay, all right. And I'm not gonna mess with you on today on that. But let me go ahead because I want to. I'm gonna leave you alone. I want to pull up, and I think I could do it this way. I want to pull up your before and after pictures. All right. Can y'all see these? Oh my goodness. I'm like
Face.
so amazed. 20 pounds, right, for Natasha, right? And 24 for you.
Yeah.
How does that make y'all feel? Because I never saw this James and Natasha. So how does
It's,
that make you feel to feel good again?
it feels good. I was telling somebody that, even for me for a while, I didn't want to look in the mirror. Put on clothes, they're stretching and pulling, and it's not comfortable and not ready to just buy new clothes yet. But this time, during this transition, this is the first time that I kept clothes. Normally, when I can't fit clothes anymore, I give them away. But I kept a few things, and I have this jacket, this suit coat that I wore the very last time I was on stage in a company.
Wow.
And for the past 3, 4 years, I couldn't fit the coat. I can barely get it over my arms. I couldn't begin to imagine to button it, but I tried it on yesterday and I can button that coat now.
Yeah.
It still doesn't fit like I want it, but I told Natasha, I'm going to wear this coat November 2nd in Memphis.
I love it.
I'm
Yeah.
going to wear this jacket. So that
Work
feels
it.
good. Have room in your clothes, got room in my jeans now. So I see us going shopping in the near future for some more clothes.
Oh,
Yeah, but it feels good. It feels good. But I can't wait to buy my wife some new shoes. That's gonna be a whole moment for me.
I
To
love,
be able, to be
love
able to
that.
do that.
That
I
is
appreciate
phenomenal.
that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes, Natasha, that's a blessing. He can't wait to buy you them new pair of shoes, girl.
Yeah, it's a tremendous blessing. The whole process of just being in a place where you feel your best. We talked about having optimum health, and it's much more than how you look. It's about how you feel, how you're functioning mentally and emotionally, all of those things. It is not just for right now, it's for longevity. One of the things that we started back incorporating into our daily routine was squatting. It was something I remember my brother telling me years ago. He's a at super athlete, fitness guru.
She said we.
Yeah. So, and he was saying, sis, squatting is one of the best exercises that you can do for your body long term. And
Mm,
I've always remembered that. He said, you want to be able to have the mobility and the flexibility of your body and everything. I have a mom now that is she's 70 plus. She still stretches every morning and exercises every morning. She can
I
still
love
get her leg back behind her head and everything. So,
it.
having those good habits and being able to still have the be independent in your mobility when you are older. That's so important. And just truthfully, y'all, we can't do that with these inflamed bodies and bodies that aren't able to process all this stuff that we put in. And so it takes mindfulness on so many levels. And to be in a place now, I talked about the weight of our paradigm, getting back to a place where we know our bodies are functioning at their best.
Mm,
Yes, we
yes.
look good, but when our bodies are functioning at their best, we can move and perform so much better. I think about just the mental clarity that you have when your body's not trying to process all this crazy stuff, right? Um, your energy when you're talking to people, your presence when you're standing before someone, when you feel good, it makes a
Hmm.
difference, right?
Yes,
And getting dressed, I mean, it's all psychological, but and it starts with what we're putting in our mouths.
it does. You're
So
right.
it's an amazing feeling. It really is. We can go on and on, but we're so tremendously grateful for everything. James laughed at me because I can talk. We're so grateful for where we are, and we're so grateful for the call, Dexter and Dr. Tanya Scott.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, because
because
you all said yes to the opportunity, and
yes,
you shout out to the Kings because they have, they grabbed a hold of this momentum, and they're not just here getting healthy. They realize that this is a part of their purpose to bless and to help other people get healthy, right? And so to date, they've sold about 80 boxes of noni. All right, getting it out there into this atmosphere, into this world. So congratulations to you
thank
both,
you.
because that means that not only have you been able to change your life physically, but you've been able to change your life financially. But the greater blessing is that you've been able to bless some other people, and we are just getting started, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So, any last closing words from the both of you? Because I can tell you, I'm just excited to have had you on this platform today, even though we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We got you back. And I know that we could probably talk for another hour. and
Absolutely.
really have such an incredible conversation. But it's been a long time coming. And I know that as people watch this, as people watch the replay, that your story is going to bless and change the world. So what's your last closing words as we close out this Testimonial Tuesday?
Just want to say gratitude is the seed for more. We came into this industry grateful. We've learned what it means to be grateful. And now we're living a lifestyle of gratefulness every single day. So we're grateful for this opportunity, grateful for the products, and just grateful for everybody who's going to see this and decide to do something different for themselves. So we are excited about that. And thank you so much for having us on today. And we look forward to maybe being on again another day. Where we got everything set up and it won't cut off on us yet, but
Right.
well, we're definitely grateful.
Yes.
Absolutely. You, Natasha, you got anything that you want to say?
That's it. I think our hearts are just full of gratitude. And when you ask what else would you share, that's it. And that's one of the things that we lead with. How can we serve with hearts of gratitude? And we would not be here in this space had we not been sowing seeds of gratitude. And we want to share that with everybody. Whatever your circumstance is, wherever you are, lead with gratitude. That's it. No, it's good. I was like, oh, that's a good song now.
That almost was. I'm sorry, y'all. That was not the music. Like, all right, it's time to leave the stage. I was in here playing the controls, right?
Who are the coaches?
Trying to make sure I had it right. But go ahead. I know gratitude.
And that's it. Just have a lifestyle of gratitude. It's a principle and really a law that has blessed our lives tremendously. And so we're grateful. We are absolutely grateful. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for you both coming on here, having a great time. We had some fun, right, on today.
Absolutely.
Sharing an incredible story, and truly just thankful that we connected and looking forward to you coming back on this platform. So to everybody out there, this has been another Testimonial Tuesday. Go ahead, tell somebody, tag somebody, let somebody know that every single Tuesday this takes place, but today you have been able to hear from them. All right, as they shared their incredible story, right? And there's so much to it, right? But I can tell you, they have been able to not just change their life, they're feeling better. Together they released 44 pounds, you saw it, all right, and really getting their body and health. But you know what? The greatest is that coming in out to be a pleasant process. So we say thank you to every one of you. Thank you. All right, and our pet is next. All right, it's coming, it is now. So ladies and gentlemen, get back to everybody on this night. Yes, to you, whether it's your health or whether you want to join us on this journey, great that financial thing and help change the lives of others. We are here. Just send that message. Love y'all. Good night, everybody.